Hello everybody, it's Maikito, and as always I'm going to go over yesterday's picks real quick. It was a 3-3 day, could have been better, wasn't horrible, but obviously could have been better. I always try to shoot for at least 60%. Went 1 for 2 on player props. Van Dijk was the only one that hit. Dzeko and Pulisic missed. Dzeko should have hit. Pulisic had 3 shots and he just couldn't hit the target. And then Moneylines went 2 for 1. The only miss was AC Milan win or draw. Like I said, I couldn't remember the last time that they had lost twice in a row against Roma. Now, Fenerbahce moneyline hit and Liverpool moneyline hit. So, like I said, 3-3 day. It's a small slate tomorrow as well, but I thought I'd get a video out because there were a couple that I did like. I'm trying to get this out as soon as I can just because I have work really early in the morning and I just came out and I have to go back in the next morning. But I did find a couple that I like, so I'll get straight into those. My first pick in the Italian Serie A, it is Cristo Mandas, hired in 2.5 saves, playing away from home for Lazio, going up against Genoa. Lazio actually allow a decent amount of shots away from home. They allow 16 shots. Genoa, on the other hand, at home, average around 12.5 shots at home, and 4 of those are on target, so they already average 4 on target. We need him to get 3 of those saves, and if they take a couple more shots like the ones that Lazio average 16, that means they'll get 5, maybe 6 shots on target, so I'm confident he'll get 3 of those. Mandas has only played 4 games because their main keeper, Provedel, has been injured or got injured, so he has stepped in as the main starter, and he started 4 games and has a 75% save percentage. He saved 12, so he already averages 3 saves in those 4 games. And Lazio need to attack if they want to and win if they want to play European football next season, so they could just be prone to a counter attack already as it is, and that's how Genoa like to play. They like to defend and then hit you off the counter. So they already are average this mark on target, and Manda saves good, and because Lazio need to attack, they could be prone to a Genoa attack. So I like Mandas to go higher than 2.5 saves. My next pick is in the Spanish La Liga. It's Iñaki Williams, higher in 3 shots, playing at home for Bilbao, going up against Granada. He averages 3.1 at home, so he already averages 3, and at 3.0 I like it. I think this is a safe mark because first of all, he had 5 shots against them last game, and they need to win and they need to be aggressive again if they want to get a top 4 spot. They are in European football probably no matter what, but top 4 is what guarantees them Champions League, and they're 5th place right now, so they need to win. And Granada is a really weak team, especially away. They are the worst team away from home. He already got 5 against them last game, and at 3.0 I just think this is a safe spot for him to take at least 3. I think he'll for sure get 4. He got 5 last time, so I like Iñaki Williams to go higher than 3 shots. And my last player prop is in France Ligue 1. It is Marcin Bulka, lower than 2.5 saves, playing at home for Nice, going up against Lorient. Nice only allow around 9.6 shots at home, and they're top 3 defense in the league when it comes to how many goals they've allowed. And most of those have came in the recent games, but they have gone against some of the tougher Ligue 1 teams. He played them earlier in the season away from home, where Lorient are a little better in the attack, and he only had 1 save. He's under this mark in 4 out of 5 home games, and like I said, Lorient is bad in the attack as it is, and now they're playing away from home, and Nice like to play they like to control the ball and possession of the ball, so Lorient won't even get many opportunities in general to shoot. That's what happened last game. Lorient couldn't really attack because Nice like to control the ball, and Lorient, when they do finally attack, they play off the wings, but when they can't control the ball, they will barely have any opportunities to attack Nice, especially playing them away from home. And this is just an easier game for Nice. They need to win this as well. So I like Bulka, lower than 2.5 saves. I only have 1 lean, and that is Laborde for Nice as well, to go higher than 2.5 shots. The only reason why he's a lean is because 1, he can be sometimes inconsistent. Like if you take him, he'll either get 4 shots or no shots. So I just think he can be a little inconsistent at times. But I do like the matchup against them. And like I said, they need to win, so they need to be aggressive. I'm just afraid that he could also get subbed out. I just really like the matchup. It's just whether or not he'll take those shots. He's definitely capable of taking them. It's just whether he will. So I like him as my lean. Quickly, before I get into the money lines, I want to give a quick shout out to my partner, Underdog Fantasy. You can use code Maikito linked in the description to get your first deposit match up to $100. I also have my Cashapp linked in the description. It is not obligated or required or anything, but it is always appreciated, and I really want to thank anybody who uses either of those codes. So I have two money lines for you guys. I picked these two specifically because if you put them together into a parlay, it becomes plus money. So I just want to at least get you guys a plus money slip for tomorrow. My first one is in Spain La Liga. It is Bilbao minus 1.5 going up against Granada. You can take their money line, but it is heavily juiced, and I like them at 1.5 because first of all, Granada is the worst away team in the league. Like I said earlier, they average almost 3 goals against them. I believe they might average those 3 goals away from home that they concede, and their attack isn't even that good away from home. So I think there's a really good chance that Bilbao don't even concede a goal. I think the odds even say they won't concede a goal. And Bilbao will for sure, I think, score 2. They have a good attack with both of the William brothers on the wings, and Guruetzka is in good form this season. So they'll for sure score 2. They'll likely score 3 in my opinion. So you can look at their over 2.5 goals if you want to. You can take that at plus money. You can take that as an individual slip, but I like Bilbao minus 1.5 because they'll for sure score 2. They need to win, and they need the goal difference because even if they win by just 1, and there is not enough because they are behind Atletico Madrid by 1 spot. And if you look at their goal difference, Atletico Madrid is ahead of them by like 1 or 2. So they need to win by at least 2 or 3. Just in case they end up tied on points, they would take over just based on goal difference. So not only do they need to win, they need to win by more than 1. And they're playing at home, really, really good team against the really worst Spanish team. So like Bilbao, minus 1.5. And the play I found to get this, the plus money, I also like. It is in the German Bundesliga. It is Eintracht Frankfurt to win or draw against Augsburg. They've only lost 1 game at home, so they're over this mark in 13 out of 14 games, while Augsburg has only won 4 out of 14 away games, so they're under this mark in 10 out of 14. And they need to not lose to stay in the top 6 because the team right below them is actually Augsburg, and they are beating them in points by 3. So if Augsburg win, then Augsburg could potentially, they'd be tied on points. But as long as Frankfurt win, will be 4 points on top of them, or they'll continue at 3 points on top of them with only a couple games to go. So I just think this is a good spot for Frankfurt, who's only lost 1, to go and at least draw against a team that is like middle of the board when it comes to away. They are not good defensively, which is the main reason why. And Frankfurt is a relatively good defense at home. So I just like Frankfurt to win or draw against Augsburg. Not only that, but after this game, both Frankfurt and Augsburg have really tough schedules ahead of them. I believe Frankfurt have to play Bayern, Leipzig, and Leverkusen, while Augsburg have to play Dortmund, Stuttgart, and Leverkusen. So they both have really tough games ahead of them. So Frankfurt, this is like their best game they're gonna have to close the season. So they need to take advantage of this good matchup. So I like Frankfurt to win or draw against Augsburg. Thank you everybody for watching. I would really appreciate if you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If anything helps boost the algorithm to you guys, and if you like it, please, like I said, like and subscribe. I actually have to be up by the time I edit and send this video out. I have to be up in like 5 hours to get ready for work. So I'm just trying to get a video out for you guys because there are a couple plays that I liked, and I don't want to just send a post. I just might as well make a video so you guys can hear my explanations. But thank you everybody who watched the video all the way through, and I hope you all have a good night and we have a better day than yesterday.